Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Muffed Podcast. My name is Boaz, and as always, bringing it back to the OG days, you got Lamita with me.
Yes, sir. How's everybody doing? Or as Kendrick Bourne likes to say, yes, sir, ski.
I
He
seen that,
says it
yeah,
way
all his IG
faster.
lives.
He
Yes, sir, ski, yes,
says
sir,
it.
ski. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
says
says it
like
way
over and
faster,
over.
but yeah.
I
I
mean,
tried.
everyone, I like that on the team. Everyone's got like a catchphrase. You got Kwan's like legendary. You got Salah's all gas, no breaks. That one's kind of a flop though. They tried to do that in the stadium, it didn't work.
It was pretty cool.
Jimmy's got "Let's Go, Baby," right?
Yeah, and George Kittle's got woo.
Yeah. And his Canadian accent. George Kittle's got a couple, but yeah. Now that we went over everybody's fucking catchphrases. Dude, these always start off awkward. Every single intro, I think, is just increasingly getting more awkward and awkward. It's kind of like The Office, how like they're like, every single one of the opens is kind of like funny. The Muff Podcast staple has just been just awkward. It's like, what the fuck is going on? But with that being said, it's always got to come to an end, and end of the beginning, and we're gonna get into the episode. I don't know, awkward again. Cue the music. All right, so the first topic that we're gonna discuss is we're really reaching for stuff. There's not a whole lot of things going on right now. NBA season is a month away, so we're gonna soon get some content. But until then, we're gonna just go and do our own thing. And the first thing we're gonna do is a fantasy draft, and it's not really even a draft. We're just gonna do a tier list, kind of. We're gonna go from 3, then 2 to 1, and both Lamita and I are gonna say things, and we're gonna say highlights of quarantine so far. So it's been a few months of quarantine, so we've had a lot to think about. But we'll start off with the number 3 thing. And leader, what do you have to say?
Let's see. Ooh. Oh, I found that there's 7 parks within a mile from my house, which is pretty cool.
That's a flex. That's supposed to be like a exercise flex, like that sort of thing.
Yes, sir.
You shouldn't have done that part. Like that now everybody knows you didn't fucking work out.
No, I wasn't flexing there. I was just putting it up.
You were just putting your arm up and just just showing it off, guys. Like here's my arm.
Yeah.
All right, now that we know Lamita has a noodle arm, my third one is walking around shirtless. When quarantine started, my idea of like we were high school students. We were doing classes, we were doing all these Zoom calls and stuff like that. My whole thing is like how amazing it would be. Like you don't have to ever like you can always be in your underwear. Like I sleep in my underwear. I can just be in my underwear, like go through class, never have to put clothes on. I've taken, it's been a few months, so I can't just do that the entire time. So I've progressed a little bit. I put on pants. My top 3 highlight, I guess my number 3 highlight would be just being shirtless. Cause like, it's getting hot here in California, especially, if you don't have that good of AC, it's fucking hot. So yeah, being shirtless is cool. You don't have to go outside. You just stay at home. And you're a fat fuck. I don't want to look at my body. I look in the mirror and it's like, oof, that's not good. But nobody's going outside. Nobody else will. It's just just for me, being at home shirtless.
I'd say that's too much information, but
the people want to know, man. The people wanted to know.
Yes.
Number 2.
Number 2. Oh, I've listened to. No, that's not a highlight. Dude, I had one in mind and I forgot it.
All right, well, you want to go? We'll switch up the order. I'll go and then you go.
Yeah.
All right, my number 2 one is it's gonna be a little bit similar to my number 1. You'll see, but this one is related to YouTube. I've watched so much YouTube that I think YouTube, like the whole algorithm, is just giving me just the weirdest fucking shit. Like I think they found the category of just like weirdos who spend all their time on YouTube, and that's just kind of become me during quarantine. So I'm getting like TLC, like weird, like Extreme Cheapskates fucking highlights. So I've been watching that. Like I've binged Extreme Cheapskates. Not proud of it, but I have. Nathan, for You, that's a pretty good show, honestly. Like I never watched it before, but all of a sudden I started getting Comedy Central recommended to me. It's kind of funny. Not gonna lie. I've been getting weird weird music videos. Weird, like I've seen some like weird just like international shit popping up on my feed. Yeah, it's just a lot of weird shit. And honestly, sometimes you get on YouTube and you watch one video and you're like, all right, well that's pretty normal. Like maybe I'll start off with like football highlights, and then maybe 2 hours down the line, I'm fucking watching like Baby Shark remixes. Like, why the fuck am I watching that? But that's just quarantine life.
Yep.
Your number two.
My number two, I met my neighbor for the first time.
So you're being social for the first time in quarantine.
Yeah,
quarantine highlight?
like I've never met my neighbor. My brothers have. My entire family has. Like
And it's just
the other day, I was outside with my brother, and our neighbor said hi to him. And I was like, "Who's that? Who are you saying hi to?" He's like, "He lives right next to us." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool,
Fuck, man."
Yeah, so I met him.
Okay.
I met his wife once, but that was Boaz has too.
Oh yeah, she's a very very nice woman.
Yep.
All right. Lemire, you have some very interesting highlights. I mean, we can say, you can see the lifestyle is very different between my quarantine and your quarantine.
Very.
Here's my third one, or I guess my top one. And this has kind of become like my favorite thing. And like, this can be very much taken out of context. But my number one has been Karen videos. I've been really into, you go on Twitter and every single day there's just a new video of like a, pissed off white woman, Karens. And it's just entertaining. Like I might not agree with their takes, but I find it really entertaining. I feel today was Trader Joe's Karen. A few days ago, there was the Karen that like broke down and she was about to crawl under her car and she had like a mental breakdown. That one was kind of sad. I wasn't too happy about that one. There was the Karen who was at the park who was telling some girl that she can't be wearing black in the park because it's hot or something like that.
Hey, she's looking out for her, all right?
I mean, that one honestly, she reminded me of you a little bit in a way that like, I see bits and pieces of her take and like, I can kind of agree with it, but it's a cracked take regardless. Like, she was going off on her for like being in the park and stuff like that. I get it. Maybe she was looking out for her, but yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, Karens have been really entertaining and have been getting me through quarantine. So yeah, that will be my number one quarantine highlight. That thinking back like 4 or 5 years down the line, I'm gonna be like, holy shit, you know what I'm missing right now in my life? Karen videos.
Right? Yeah, I do find those funny and enjoyable as well. The funny thing, my other neighbor, this is not my highlight, but I also met my other neighbor for the first time, and her name is actually Karen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, damn. She's a really nice lady. She gave me avocados.
So not a Karen. That is a Karen thing. Avocados, yeah.
Yeah, but and she gave me tomatoes one time. She has this entire garden in her backyard. Very nice lady. My soccer ball went there. That's why I went to pick it up. But yeah. Right, that wasn't my highlight. Let me get back to the topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, number one. So me and my brothers and my dad play football in the park, and this one time, my dad's only mossed me once. He's mossed me once. And my neighbor from a bit further down the street, he watched that and he walks past us every day. So every day he reminds me that, hey, where's your dad today? One time my dad didn't come. He's like, hey, where's your dad today? Didn't he moss you yesterday? That he roasts me every time until yesterday when we were playing soccer and I juked my dad. And then
then he
started clapping for me and I was so proud. Made me feel.
It's a double-edged sword because you juke out your dad and you make him look bad and it's like, wow, that's fucked up. He's like, wow, come on, man, you're supposed to be better than him. You're younger, But then you get mossed and it's like, wow, I can't believe you got mossed. It's a lose-lose situation for you.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm pulling out highlight reel plays all the time, but this guy only sees it once. But my dad pulls it off once and he sees that one time and I'm getting mossed.
Hey man, it's all that if you just you get one play that's really good and just milk that shit. Just ask Odell Beckham. You can create the narrative all around that one play.
Hey, Odell's actually a good player, right?
That's true.
I traded for him
your dad could be, he's got them good routes. He's running the Michael Thomas routes.
Me the playoffs, by the way.
Oh yeah, you got some beef against Odell.
Yeah, because I had DJ Chark and I was like, Odell's got to go off now. He's not been doing anything good. And then I traded DJ Chark for Odell.
He's not good.
DJ Chark consistently went off still, and Odell did not. And that cost me the 4th place spot to the guy who actually got 4th place by 1 win. And you know why I lost that game? Because I forgot to start Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, I remember you had some weeks where he's scoring 40 points, and then some weeks.
Yeah, no, I benched him on the 45-point week.
Did you start him in the 3-point?
Yes, I started him every other week. What's that one
where he had 0 points until the 4th quarter or some shit where James
then he got 18 in that 4th quarter.
I remember that, yeah. That's just
I'm
Mike
fine.
Evans' whole career. It's like fucking. That's why it's gonna be really interesting what's gonna happen with Tom Brady.
Best wide receiver in the NFC. Oh no, sorry, Julio is second best wide receiver in the NFC South.
Michael Thomas, I like to have a word.
No, I take
Chris
Devontae
Godwin.
Parker over him.
Damn. All right.
That's right, Mike.
That's a hot take, Lemeter. That's I mean, there's not much I can say. We've heard,
No, he's a good player. He's a good player.
Oh, all of a sudden he's a good player.
No, like he's good at what he does. He's pretty good at those 2-yard routes. But
you're that type of guy, dude.
He's good at what he does. He's got a pretty good set of hands. I just think he's overrated. I don't think he's the top. He's not the best receiver in the league.
I don't think so either. I think he's a top 5, definitely.
I'd put him right outside the top 5. Like, I just don't see like Mike Evans truthers or Mike Thomas truthers. Let's see. I got Julio 1, DeAndre 2. Then I'd put Mike Evans
I think
3,
you can even switch up. I could see an argument for DeAndre
4, and I'd probably take Chris Godwin over him, to be honest.
Come on, off of one season? Get the fuck out of here.
At least he knows how to run routes.
Come on, you're really good. Mike Thomas, if you take away the slant routes, he's still the leading receiver in yards.
Yeah, how about you take away the 2-yard curls?
Okay, that's not my fault that Drew Brees is a fucking noodle arm. That's really what it is.
Or Mike Thomas goes to Sean Payton and says, "Hey, Sean, Devontae Parker's going to have a better season than me if you don't make me run 2-yard curls."
He's not going to. Here's the thing. Devontae Parker is not good. Devontae Parker is that one guy that's like every time you like go on Yahoo, whatever, there's like fantasy sleepers, and every single year before the draft, they're like, "Oh, Devontae Parker, he's going to go off. Oh my God, Devontae Parker. Dude, Devontae Parker's ass. Like, I'm just going to say it right now.
I'm familiar with that. I've drafted him like a couple times already.
I remember there was trade rumors, like whatever, right before the midseason, right before the trade deadline. And then he balled out like a 3-touchdown game. Remember, like on Thursday night or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Or and then everyone, like the whole narrative flew like, oh man, Devontae Parker might be good. And then, what happened next week? He's back to being ass. This
year he had a pretty decent year.
He's the Ryan Fitzpatrick of wide receivers, in my opinion. He's bad. And then when let's like, all right, Devontae, here's your last chance for the Dolphins. He'll play good, and then they'll be like, all right, you're cool, you're good in our books, Devontae, and he'll be bad, and then all right.
And then he'd roast Mike Thomas on Instagram, I think.
Yeah, he did. But the one good thing I say about Devontae Parker was I saw him against Stephon Gilmore. He was like pretty much the only receiver that did anything against Stephon Gilmore.
Look at that. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it could be just because Ryan Fitzpatrick was throwing beautiful darts, lasers on the field.
Sure, we'll let you think that.
I'm a Fitzmagic fan myself, but what can I say? All right, we went over football. Let's move on. Kind of the next thing that's going on in the world. We already mentioned it a little bit. Basketball started. Another month. Today's the 27th. The 30th is the first game. And yes, Sirski. And fuck, man, I'm too white to be saying yes, Sirski. But yeah, so Lakers and Clippers are going to be headlining that first night, which is going to be interesting. Clippers getting that first dub. LeBron's going to be bitching in quarantine. That's always fun to see, right, Lemeter? And then
hey, we're going to win the champ. Shit.
Sure thing. Okay,
Lakers 2020.
LA is going to be getting a championship, but it's going to be Kawhi and Paul George laughing about it. All right, man. We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, I'm not even going for the Clippers just because I'm just an anti-Lakers. I don't give a fuck who wins. I couldn't give two shits. I'm honestly pissed off that they drafted it. Like, the draft was supposed to be last Thursday, and I was going to see James Wiseman go to the Warriors. My James Wiseman jersey has been pre-ordered. It's been in the cart for a while now. I'm just waiting for him to get drafted so I can order it. But yeah. So Lemeter, fucking A, we're getting off topic here. What we wanted to talk about was if we took away the best player on every single team that's going to be right now in the playoffs in quarantine. Let's say the best player of every team, God forbid, they all get coronavirus, something like that, and they're out. Which team do you still think is the best and would have the best chance of winning the finals? You're going to go with the Lakers, probably, right?
Yeah. Well, let's look at the teams. Let's just take.
Oh, you want to go one? Okay, let's go one by one. Okay.
Yeah, NBA. Let me pull it up.
All right, you pulling it up?
Yeah.
Nice. I like this Muffed Podcast preparation. We do this on the fly.
No. Just to get some. All right, let's go. The Milwaukee Bucks. I think without Giannis, they're not.
Chris Middleton can't carry it. Yeah, Chris Middleton is not going to be.
The Raptors.
I think he's underrated, but yeah.
The Raptors without Siakam. Nah, I don't.
Not a Kyle Lowry
I'd say
fan?
Siakam's their best player, right? Not Lowry.
No, yeah, Spicy P. Yeah, he's the best player.
Because they already lost Kawhi, and like they compensated for that nicely. But like if they lose Siakam, I think that's too big of a blow to recover
He is,
from.
yeah, no, he's excellent, yeah, on defense. He's a good player. Yeah.
All right, the Celtics without
Tatum.
Kemba, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Which
Honestly,
one?
yeah, you can make an argument for Walker or Tatum. So let's say Walker. I think Tatum could. I think that team actually is a good team. Like it will stick together. They have Jaylen
Yeah,
Brown. They got Jason Tatum. So without Kemba Walker, they can still stick. They got Gordon Hayward too. They can stick together. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. I
But
think that they're probably the best of the three so far.
yeah, actually, I would say that without Jason Tatum it might be better because I feel like they can have this. They still have two good forwards with Hayward and Brown that can take over kind of for Tatum. But I can't really think of a point guard. I guess. Oh no, I was gonna say Marcus Smart can kind of take over
Yeah,
for Kemba Walker, but not as well as I think
but they'll
Brown.
do fine regardless
Yeah,
of who
yeah.
they lose.
They're definitely a team that we're gonna keep, in that top four kind of
Yeah.
just kind of write them down as a top four team. All right, Lemeter. What's the next one we're looking at?
Oh, what up? We got Miami without Jimmy Butler, probably, right?
Yeah, Butler or Bam Adebayo. Probably Butler for now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I
If
think
you
they
look
have a
at
good coaching staff. I think Butler does put him over the hump, but I'd still take Miami over the Bucks and the Raptors without Jimmy
yeah,
Butler.
probably, but I don't know if I'm gonna say they're a top four team out of what we're gonna mention.
Yeah,
I'd say maybe
below the Celtics, definitely.
definitely. But at the same time, they're kind of overachievers on paper. Miami doesn't look like they're that good of a team, but they are. Just because they gel well together. So kind
Solid
of
depth.
that's exactly that's kind of their whole team is based on chemistry and depth. So maybe I could see how without Jimmy Butler, maybe they could still function. But
Yeah, like
yeah.
Jimmy Butler will still be there to like, let's go, guys, motivate them, right? So.
Well, I mean, he's got to be a little farther back. Maybe like on a football, he's gonna be like calling in his walkie-talkie or something like that. He's gonna be up in the box.
Hey, I'd still say I'd take Miami number 2 right now so far.
From what we mentioned, sure, yeah, okay.
All right, Indiana without Oladipo.
I mean, Oladipo hasn't been really that good anyway. Sabonis has been kind of
Sabonis, Oladipo, Turner. Turner's not that good, or he isn't their best player.
Yeah, Turner was so hyped up. He used to be so hyped, and then he's just never really been that. Yeah, I mean,
Domantas Sabonis,
they quite possibly could be the worst team out of all that we mentioned.
Yeah, even with their superstar, I think they struggle to compete sometimes. Yeah, all right. 76ers, this is a good one. Do you take out Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons? I'd probably take Embiid out. But he's injured half the time anyways. Like
that's true.
They've made it to the playoffs without him, essentially. So I think
without Embiid, they still have Horford. Horford is still there.
Horford, if he steps up, he hasn't been doing too well.
Horford, Tobias Harris.
Yeah,
that team is good. The team is good. They're honestly the opposite of the Miami Heat. Like on paper, they're a fucking good team. They're just not they don't gel that well together.
Hey, you take Embiid out. There's no power struggle there between Simmons and Embiid, right? So.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm still not gonna say they're better than the Celtics, and I'm not even gonna say they're better than the Heat right now.
All right, let's put them at 3.
I'm cool with that. There's an argument to be made between 2, but I think 1 is still Celtics.
All right, Nets. We're saying Kyrie. He's not playing. Huh?
For this exercise,
KD and Kyrie aren't already playing, so you take Karis LeVert out, or what's his name?
No, he's gonna be the center. It's gonna be their center. What's his
name?
Jarrett
Allen.
Jarrett Allen.
Mm-hmm. They stand a chance. 3 superstars missing from that team.
They're bad. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're not good without Kyrie. They're
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Orlando.
That one's.
Aaron Gordon.
I can't even say he's their best player.
Vucevic.
Yeah, Nikola Vucevic. Yeah.
I don't
Magic are honestly they're there just because they can kind of sneak into the playoffs, but I don't see them being competitive. Let's
kind of. Washington would be the last team from the East.
Yeah, so that's probably gonna be Beal.
Yeah, and I still no offense, no defense. Yeah, blown out of the water.
Yeah, I like Rui Hachimura a lot, but he's young.
He's young. He's not.
Thomas Bryant's not that either. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bradley Beal should name his son Batmo. This joke's probably been made.
Batmobile.
Batmobile.
Dude, Lemeter, you're the fucking Dave Chappelle of our generation.
Thank you. All right, LA without LeBron, I think that'd be a big
You're
miss for
going.
us.
I would say AD would be their best player.
Shut
Statistically,
up.
if we're going statistically, like I don't
Yeah,
think
okay. I personally like AD more than I like LeBron, but
I do too.
LeBron is leading the MVP conversation right now. So let's just say it's LeBron. Let's just
No.
say it's LeBron.
Okay,
All
fine,
right,
fine, 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 fine,
AD or
fine, fine.
LeBron, one of them can carry hard.
Yeah, but the rest of the team is ass. Especially we're gonna talk about without Avery Bradley, Kyle Kuzma
We
is
have
really
Alex
not.
Caruso, man.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
Kyle Kuzma would step up in that case. I think if you
no.
ask him to
Well,
be the
here's the
second
thing. It's
star.
not. It's not that Kyle Kuzma isn't stepping up. It's the fact that they're just using him different. They're using him as like a perimeter shooter, which he's just not. And I mean,
Yeah, no, I think they'd give him more of a playmaking responsibility if one of the other
maybe
stars.
I think actually if LeBron's not there, I could see maybe them trying to kind of finagle things around, trying to maybe
Yeah.
give Kuzma. But I think I don't
If
know, man.
Kuzma steps into like his peak, I think they'd be pretty good. It would be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a lot of what ifs. That I'm just gonna say. Okay, we'll put
I put
out of
him
what we've
around
talked about.
Boston in the East.
No. I think Boston without is still
One
better just
below,
because of depth.
maybe.
Because of depth, Lakers are very top heavy. They're not like once you get it from the start, like the starting lineup. Like,
Alex Caruso, Matt.
we're looking at Dion Waiters here,
Hey,
and
Dion Waiters good on his day.
yeah, well, this isn't fucking like
when he's not
2013.
high up into the clouds.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I wouldn't say this is a team that I'd be really scared of without one of those guys. I mean, they're good. I'm not gonna say like I would say maybe the third or fourth and out of so far that we've talked about. But I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, Celtics are just fucking. They're loaded. They're a loaded roster.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. All right. Then the Clippers without Claw.
I think with Harrell and Paul George, they're. I mean, they're
Paul
not
George
the
has
first
not
team.
been playing well.
Well, no, he's not bad. He's just not a play. If we're talking about playoffs, he's historically choked in the playoffs. He just hasn't been that good in the playoffs. But
Above or below the Lakers. Take all bias out of it.
they're close. They're actually super close for me because I like Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell's defense. I mean, if LeBron leaves, I mean, Anthony Davis is there, so I mean, they got that there. But other than that, I feel like the Lakers don't have that much offensive power. That who else is going to be really scoring more than 20 points in that team other than Anthony Davis? Kuzma. That's pretty much it.
Kuzma, maybe Danny Green if he's having a good shooting night.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
KCP, man. KCP.
I know for a fact Harold's going to be dropping you a double every night. He's going to be giving you a couple blocks. Paul George is going to be dropping 25 a game. I also like Morris. He could be good too. Yeah, I'll probably put him below. I think without Kawhi below, just because they lose a little bit of defense.
Yeah.
Because Kawhi and Montrezl Harrell, maybe they create one of the better defenses in the NBA right there.
Yeah, no, Paul George is an extremely underrated defender.
I'm not gonna say he's bad either, but he's no Kawhi. So yeah. I would say they are losing a lot from that.
Paul George is actually, I think he might just be just as good as Kawhi on defense. He was leading he was one of the leaders of the DPOY last year.
I'm just gonna say that the fact that Kawhi is always gonna be you want to if like Kawhi you can leave him on a one-on-one you're not scared you can put a superstar on Kawhi and Kawhi will kind of block him down. Kawhi just got that presence around him. He's got that huge wingspan. He's got those big ass hands.
And he's got
exactly when he blocks you and you hear that that's fucking demoralizing.
Yeah.
But
all right, so we're going Lakers best of the West so far.
I think they're competitive. I don't know, man. I'll let you decide it. We can put the Lakers above.
Just because I think Celtics.
Fan. I still think Celtics are the best team out of what we're talking about so far.
All right, let's move on to the Denver Nuggets.
That's a team that's super underrated in my opinion. I feel like they're just not talking about
They lose Jokic. I think they're pretty. Yeah. They're pretty.
I'm a big fan of Jamal Murray. I think is super underrated. I think he could be like a guy who could step up.
He's not consistent though.
Well, he doesn't get that much opportunity. He's never kind of been that number one option. He's just kind of been more just a pass first type of guy. Jokic has been their number one option. I think Gary Harris is one guy that's going to step up a little bit. If we're going to talk about guys who will step up without Jokic there, we're going to have to see this backcourt because I've always thought that Gary Harris and Jamal Murray could be a backcourt kind of like Lillard and McCollum, kind of like that.
No, that's saying too much.
They're developed. I mean, they're young guys, and I feel like they're developing. I think Michael Porter Jr. is super young, and he has potential.
Too young for this year, though.
That's true. For this year, I would say that they're more of a potential team rather than that, and Jokic kind of puts them over the hump.
I'd put them below both the Lakers and the Lakers.
Yeah, no, they would be. Yeah, they lose a lot defensively with Jokic as well, and then in the post, they just lose a lot of size without Jokic.
Yeah.
Jokic has Corona right now. So actually, if we're doing this whole Jokic has Corona right now. So if we're doing this whole scenario, Jokic can't actually get it. He's good now, or at least he gets an easier version
of it. Easier version.
So
right. Utah Jazz without Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike Conley's not good. No one trusts Rudy Gobert anymore.
I'm actually really interested to see what that whole dynamic's like, because I remember when March when that whole when it all reported, with Mitchell getting coronavirus and Gobert, we're gonna see what chemistry wise.
Gobert was really careless. I think that's on Rudy personally.
Yeah. Oh no, 1,000%. I'm not. Yeah. So chemistry wise, it's gonna be interesting that they're the chemistry's not gonna be there, and then I mean they're just not that good.
Rudy Gobert is leading that team, man. Yeah, that's no bueno.
Yeah.
Right. The Thunder without Chris Paul. I think the Thunder would not lose much.
The Thunder are such an overachieving team. Honestly, if I looked at the Thunder, I would say they're one of the worst teams, like roster-wise. If you just look like names and stuff like on their roster, like we're talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being their best player at the moment. Chris Paul leaves. Steven Adams and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I mean, they're very similar to what's it called, the Heat.
We're gonna say the Heat
in terms, that.
In terms of that, if you look on paper, they're not that good. But I mean, here's the thing is that Chris Paul has always been like an overachiever. He's kind of on the older end, but he's still a top point guard. I would say he's a top 10 point guard easily, maybe even top 5. I don't know. So I think you lose a whole lot with that, and especially with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We're talking about young players here. Can he really take over and beat Chris Paul? I don't think so. And Steven Adams is not. He's gonna be.
He's not a number one option.
He's gonna be. He's not a scorer. He's just not gonna be like you're not gonna be expecting him to score.
He's Aquaman though.
That's true. He does look like Jason Momoa.
Hey, Orlando near the ocean. He's gonna summon his ocean power, and all of a sudden,
No, but have you seen the ocean, the fucking beaches? They got all the corona, and you don't want that.
All right. The corona blocks all the strength. All right, so Thunder worse than the West so far.
Probably, yeah. But I can't say they're as bad as we talk about the Magic or
no, because they've got a good coach and pretty good chemistry and
Billy
stuff.
Donovan is not bad. Yeah.
Definitely. All right, Houston Rockets. You probably take out Harden, not Westbrook.
Definitely, yeah, bro. Harden, I think is the dude.
Westbrook's proven that he could carry teams, but he doesn't play a winning game, in my opinion.
Neither one of them play a winning game for playoffs and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah.
There's a reason why they're 6th seed, despite having two MVPs on that team.
I mean, that's honestly the reason why they're the 6th seed is they got too many mouths to feed. And guys with very big egos who, historically don't play well.
They're probably going to be better with, Harden sitting and then – but they don't have Capella anymore. They can't play that small ball.
They are playing – they're playing extremely –
they can't play –
defense is gone. Their defense is gone completely. I mean, their defense was even more – you can actually argue that they're even worse on defense with Harden. So maybe Harden leaving maybe improves their defense a little bit. But
offensive production all of a sudden falls off.
Harden – Who's dropping 30 points? Who's dropping 30 points a game like Harden? Yeah. Nobody. I mean, Westbrook can try, but then who's going to be replacing Westbrook's 20, 25 points a game?
Yeah, no. I think I'd take them
just this is where it gets hard. They're somewhere in the middle, but they're definitely not in the top teams. I wouldn't say they're not a bottom team, but they'll be somewhere in the middle for me. Maybe towards the lower end of the middle.
Yep, I'd agree.
Okay.
All right, Mavericks without Luka Doncic.
See, that's a big blow. Luka Doncic is fucking good. He is.
Kristaps is good, but he's never carried a playoff team before. He's carried New York, but
that's true. But he's a much different player now than in Dallas and he was in New York. Exactly, and not even that, but it's just his role is much different. So I mean, would he be able to transition? And also I don't think Rick Carlisle would make him want to transition. They'd try to figure out how to fit somebody in. Maybe
put Mark Cuban in a point guard.
Put Mark Cuban in a point.
Hey, he's a nice guy.
You get Stephen A. He can be dropping threes for you.
Hey, Seth Curry, just bring Steph Curry on and just say he's Seth.
Oh, yeah? Put the head.
No. Isn't Steph Curry on the Blazers now?
No. Seth Curry's in the Mavericks. He was in the Blazers. Now he's in the Mavericks, yeah. So, Steph just needs to put on a bandana and he's
Boom,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Mavs back in the conversation. All right. Yeah, no, I think
Yeah. So with that caveat, maybe I would say maybe they're a top team, but without Steph being there, yeah, I would say
yeah,
they're not that good of a team. Kristaps can carry somewhat, but they're missing a lot without Luka.
yeah. Same with the Grizzlies. I think young guard and they miss Ja
Without Morant. Yeah,
pretty.
Jaren Jackson. I like Jaren Jackson a lot. I like Brandon Clark a lot too.
Yeah, Brandon
Those are
Clark's a good player.
two
He
really
went to
young dudes.
SJSU for a couple of years, 1 or 2 years.
Oh yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Who's Valanciunas is still there. He's not
Yeah.
bad as well. They got some players there, but I think that it's very much Morant makes the offense tick. He's he's running the ball down.
He's
I
a
don't
very
see.
exciting player too. Gets that
I mean,
entire team hyped.
The only other guy who's that guy who played for Oregon who's now in Memphis. Oh man, I'm blanking on his name. They have another guard who's there, but he's no Ja Morant. He's not going to be able to
Let's
take
see.
it.
Players.
He's more of a shooting guard anyway. He's not gonna. He's not a
Grayson Allen? No, he played for.
No, not Grayson Allen. Fuck no.
They got Justice Winslow.
Oh, I forgot Justice Winslow. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dylan Brooks. No,
Dylan Brooks. That's who I was thinking. Yep.
He's not Ja Morant.
Yeah.
All right. Then the Trailblazers. Without Dame, no game time.
That actually might be the biggest hit. Like I said that Luka might be the biggest hit, but I'm taking that back right now. Without Lillard, that offense is very, it's a standstill. Because CJ McCollum, he benefits a lot, kind of like Klay Thompson. That Steph Curry gets all the attention. Same thing with Damian Lillard. Damian, like especially in crunch time, it almost has to be doubled. Because you saw what you remember against
Thunder last year.
Exactly. Yeah. He was doubled, still pulled up from like fucking almost half court and drilled
in PG-13's face. That was great.
Honestly, Damian Lillard, the worst part for him has been that he's kind of been playing in a small market his entire career. That he's just very underappreciated for that reason.
And and he's not been surrounded with the right pieces either. Often.
There's people there. I mean, they don't.
McCollum's a good player.
Yeah, they don't have a bad team. I wouldn't say. McCollum. They got Hassan Whiteside, who's kind of been, he's a little bit down since he left the Heat.
He's a stat defender. He's not actually a good defender, in my opinion.
Yusuf Nurkic.
He gets good stats. Nurkic is a good player, but he's coming off injury.
Yeah, I mean they got some pieces there, but I would say that they're I can't tell you.
Yeah, they're sucker punch.
They're not a top team, and they lose a lot of scoring.
They got the Dallas Goedert treatment. Did you watch that video?
I did, yeah.
Dude, he didn't he looked and he looked into the punch. He was looking this way, and all of a sudden he looks pop.
I don't understand has the context came out, what the fuck happened? Like what's the context?
At the start of the video, he was pushing the guy, I think. So his friend came in and just suckered him.
For a dude to be that pissed off, Goddard must have said something to him, or something must have happened on Goddard's.
The other dude was drunk. That's my theory.
Could be too. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Could be a Patriots fan. Could be pissed off, still salty from the Super Bowl.
The Pelicans. I think this is a team that's they're 10th right now, but I think they'd be a top 4, top 5 team based on they were marred with injuries at the start of the season.
I mean, the moment Zion came back, that team had started clicking. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't think Zion's their best player even though.
I would say Zion because I don't know if you watched
right now. I put Drew Holiday or Brandon Ingram.
No, if you're not saying Zion, it's Brandon Ingram. Come on, man. It's that first game that Zion came out, his very first debut. 3 quarters, completely underwhelming. I think he maybe had 5 points, and it was what the fuck is going on? It's all this, everyone was saying, oh, Zion is overhyped. Zion's overhyped. It's oh shit, maybe Zion's overhyped. And
he took over.
So I think I was at the gym, big flex, gonna just put that out there. I was at the gym. And I think I was on the treadmill or something on the stair climber. The TVs are right in front of you. And I was just watching this game. It's 4th quarter. And all of a sudden, fucking Zion hits 1-3. It's all right, well, that was kind of weird. Fucking weirdest jumper I've ever seen in my life. Just the most uncomfortable jumper I've ever seen. He hits another one. Then he hits another one. Then he hits it. And it's what the fuck? And all of a sudden, Zion's got 20 points in the game.
And then he gets taken out.
Yeah, and then last minute, Alvin Gentry pulls him out and they lose. But Zion, that one game is probably the closest thing. We saw The Last Dance and everyone talking about Michael Jordan. How you'd watch the game and all of a sudden he just Jordan just takes over the game. That was the closest thing that I've seen to that. Just a guy completely just took over. And I mean, this is kind of an overreacting. It's a fucking regular season game. Really, kind of was pointless. But the closest thing that I seen, just one player came in, and just changed the whole way that team was playing. That team was very they were very stagnant. They just really weren't very consistent. And Zion came in that 4th quarter, just they won lights out. That team won at 4th quarter. I mean, I can put them up against some of the better teams in the West, and I would say they can compete.
Yeah, I think
So
one thing Zion has done is that he's re-energized that team. Like
for
Lonzo's
sure,
good. Lonzo's improved massively now.
with Zion
Drew
there,
Holiday, like I think that team could still be pretty good. I think they'd be a top 4 team.
1 second. I'm gonna check something. Fucking. I hope that's my neighbors. I'm just trying to check if we're getting robbed or not. All right, we're good. False alarm. Fucking A. That's for a second. It just sounded like someone was like outside walking. It was just my neighbor upstairs.
Oh, the Muslim.
I think I don't know. It could be either him or the other dude. But
Akonch.
No, it's Akonch is the first floor. He's on the ground floor, just like we are. But yeah, dude, for a second that freaked me the fuck. I was like, what the fuck? That sounded too loud to be from upstairs. But okay. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
I forgot what I was saying, to be honest.
Yeah. That's
without Zion, this team would be pretty good, in my opinion.
They wouldn't be bad, but I still think, we saw that Zion put energy. I think you're right that when you said that Zion re-energizes the team. So with Zion leaving again, do they go back to the old Pelicans that we saw where they just, they weren't really that competitive? That's kind
win
of
it for Zion. Win it for Zion.
See, it becomes a lot of what ifs, and that's, I don't know, man.
But talent-wise, that team's pretty damn good.
Ingram is good, definitely.
Holiday,
but also you got to see
JJ Redick.
When Zion's there, he allows for the spacing for Redick and Holiday. And then, Alonzo's there. Alonzo is able to put the ball in for Zion. And so, and I mean, the whole team kind of, when Zion is there, it clicks a little bit differently. I would say they wouldn't be bad. I would say that.
I'd say they'd be top 3 in the West.
No, come on. Let's go. Lakers, Clippers, we already said for sure. I think
I'm not taking them. I'm taking them over Denver any day.
I would say Denver or even Dallas would fucking be better.
Dallas without Luka? Are you kidding?
It's just because I'm just saying that, like, if we're gonna say Denver is just too young. I mean, the Pelicans are exactly the same.
They have seasoned vets. They have Drew Holiday, who's seen a lot.
Drew Holiday needs fucking spacing. Here's the thing.
Brandon Ingram's an all-star. Lonzo is a future all-star.
I don't know, man. I have to disagree with you there, just because I've seen how the Pelicans play when they're not, without Zion, providing the spacing, and without Zion, all the, they're running the plays. They're very, streaky team. They can go on a run and they could be good. I could totally see that. But at the same time, I could see them fucking going cold and, Brandon Ingram's pulling up. He can't fucking make it in. All of a sudden, Alonzo thinks he can pull up from 3. He thinks he's Steph Curry with his weak.
He's a good shooter. He's a decent shooter.
He's just breaking everything. He's a very streaky shooter. He needs to get hot. It's kind of, I think the same thing with Zion. Like, I wouldn't say Zion is a consistent 3-point shooter, but he gets in a rhythm. He could be good.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I disagree with the top 3. I could see them maybe in the top 5, but even then, that's like, I would say they're the 5 or 4.
Yeah, let's put them at 4.
This is an on-paper team. This is kind of, like the Cleveland Browns. This is like an on-paper team, like fucking amazing. But, I think with the NBA, even more than the NFL, it's you see there's, a lot of the on-paper teams just aren't that good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's just put them at 4 or 5. They're not making the finals.
I mean, we're really trying to predict. We're just trying to predict who'd be the winner here, and I think so far the clear-cut winner has been the Celtics for me so far.
I don't think the Spurs without whoever they lose, probably DeRozan.
Yeah, DeRozan.
I don't even think they'd compete with half these teams with DeRozan. The Kings without De'Aaron Fox, or as you and Aaron would like to say, Yogi Ferrell.
Point guard.
Yeah. I think Yogi Ferrell carried them to.
He would take. Yeah, so De'Aaron Fox would go out. Here, Yogi Ferrell would go in a starting point. You'd have Buddy Hield at the 2, Bogdan at the 3. We put Marvin Bagley at the 4.
Josh's favorite player.
Yeah, it's random Knicks or Kings Kings center.
Don't they have Cauley? Oh, no, Cauley Stein's on the Warriors, right?
No, Cauley Stein is on the Mavericks.
Did he get moved further?
He got traded.
Warriors
just traded everybody away. They knew they were going to be – like Steve Kerr said it himself. Like, this team is not – 2020 season has been like, who gives a fuck? Let's move on to the draft, which is where I'm at. And, let's just move – let's get to – I think the draft's supposed to be in October. Let's just get to October as fast as we can so I can see that James Wiseman pick and rock my James Wiseman Warriors jersey. I got to replace that KD jersey I got in the closet there. Can't be wearing that anymore. Yeah.
Snake. Phoenix without what's his face?
Booker.
Devin Booker.
Oh, come on.
No, yeah, I think
Aiden
even
is
with
good.
Devin
I think
Booker,
DeAndre Aiden is really underrated. But yeah, I mean, who else
but
is
yeah,
there?
not a top team. So now we're up to Heat.
Actually, I take it back. Ricky Rubio would take over for Devin Booker, and he'd be dropping 50 a game.
Yeah, no, sorry. Heat, Celtics,
Really,
Clippers,
yeah,
Lakers. I think it's
they're good.
finals
Yeah,
Clippers, Boston, and as much as no, not Clippers, Lakers, Boston. As much as I hate Boston
that's a
winning,
good rivalry. Yeah, Boston. Yeah, I'd say probably. I'd just say Boston has the best, kind of depth lineup
yeah.
where they really,
Overall,
I would just say the
coaching
difference between their
included,
coaching included, but I would say the difference between their best player and their second best player is not
is
that
not
big as other
that big.
teams. Like
No,
you get
Lakers, you could say the same, but then second and third drops
second and
off.
third is big drop off. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll say it for the difference between the first, the second, and the third is just it's incremental compared to like fucking Lakers is big gap.
Yeah. So we got 2020 coronavirus, Latin champs,
The Corona Bowl.
Boston Celtics.
No, that'd be football.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, the Boston Celtics would be the Corona champs, and then we have one more segment that we wanted to get.
Hard Knocks preview. Let's just
Yeah.
quickly rattle off who we think.
Hard Knocks preview.
Who we
So
think.
yeah, Hard Knocks is going to be kind of weird. It's LA. They're just LA focused. Going to be Chargers and Rams, which I'm just going to say is kind of fucked up. Phillip Rivers would have been such an excellent Hard Knocks story to just follow. Just so much weird. The way he interacts with the players on the field is just weird. He's got his big ass family. He's just he's a weird dude, and he'd be an interesting guy to follow. And then they had to fuck us up. Phillip Rivers is now in the Colts. Like, who cares?
Hey, they got two surfer quarterbacks now. Two chill.
Goff,
Jared
exactly.
Goff,
Goff
Justin
and Herbert.
Yeah,
I feel like, I'll say this.
I
feel like
hang out
Goff
with the two of them.
Yeah, no, they seem like cool guys, but I think Goff and Herbert are going to be kind of like, they're going to be kind of like Derek Carr was last season, where he wasn't the biggest prominent. He wasn't as prominent of a role as maybe the previous year Baker Mayfield was, but he'll still be he'll be talked about and stuff like that. But I'll say Jalen Ramsey is going to be one guy. I'll say that he's probably going to have a pretty big storyline. He's a loudmouth dude. He's going to have a pretty big storyline there.
Aaron Donald and the Knife Show.
Definitely. I think Sean McVay, they're definitely gonna do some memory thing, his photographic memory. They're gonna have to there's gonna be something about his photographic memory.
They're gonna force that in so bad. If Kaepernick gets signed, that could be a huge
either one of those teams.
Anthony Lynn said he wants to.
He would look. I mean, all of them have been. Every fucking coach has been saying, "Oh, we'll look into it. We'll look into it." But I don't know.
Yeah, I think Chargers had the most traction.
Well, we get the quarterback battle, the quarterback controversy between Tyrod Taylor and Justin Herbert.
Herbert and Easton Stick. You can't.
And Easton Stick, yeah, big stick.
He could dribble the ball.
That's yeah. I seen that. Yeah, between his legs.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So that's gonna. I mean, that's
Joey Bosa. If he's anything like Nick Bosa, I think he'd be
quiet, and probably won't be saying a whole lot.
Yeah. So I think. That's cool.
Yeah. Joey Bosa might be. Yeah, he's an interesting character, kind of like Nick, where it'll be like it's just such a weird how they play on the field is definitely not how you would think. Like just based off talking to them.
Yeah. Oh, Derwin James could be a good.
He's interesting. Yeah. I think Keenan Allen might be like a veteran. You can kind of see like that sort of thing.
He's a cool guy. I like Keenan Allen.
Mentoring maybe the younger guys like Mike Williams and stuff like that.
Yeah, that receiving group.
We're gonna get to see the Rams because the Rams, they're kind of
new stadium.
Obviously new stadium. There's definitely gonna be. I mean, I guarantee you the opening shot of Hard Knocks will be something about SoFi Stadium. It's gonna be like a drone shot of SoFi Stadium or something like that. It has to be.
Yeah, because it's both teams, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Takes you to LA into SoFi.
But I think the Rams are the big. Their team is like there's a big storyline with how their team every year they're shifting. The Rams wide receivers now. Cooks is gone. Van Jefferson, maybe we'll see a little competition between Van Jefferson and Robert Woods. Maybe they're mentoring each other. I don't know how that's going to work. Running back.
Mentoring each other. I don't think Van Jefferson's going to say a lot to Robert Woods.
That's true. But it's just going to be, their position groups, especially on offense, are very much up for grabs. Running back is up for grabs. Like, who's going to be starting? Is it Malcolm Brown? Is it going to be
Darrell Henderson?
Or Cam Akers, the rookie they got from Florida State?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be interesting. Yeah, Van Jefferson, also from Florida, not Florida State, but yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be as good as last year, but
I think honestly the best one so far, up to past that, like I can think of the most recent one that was the best one was the Browns one. That one was good.
Where
Browns one was just really
Corey Coleman asked to be traded.
Corey Coleman asked what's they had that quarterback I forgot what his name is. He had the weird name. Brogan Roback. He was a good character. You just
They
had
had that
whole,
one tight end.
Oh, with the Rocks. Yeah. Devin Kajus. Devin Kajus.
Kajus.
Yeah.
Hoosty or
Yeah,
like
he had the Rocks and his dad, and but then he got cut in the end, which was kind of sad. But and then the Raiders one had what's that guy from UC Davis? UC Davis.
Oh, Keelan Doss.
Keelan Doss, and then he got cut too. So there's always
he got re-signed.
He did get re-signed later on in the season. He went to the Jags for a little bit and then got re-signed.
So he got re-signed in Hard Knocks, I think. Last episode of Hard Knocks, I think he got re-signed.
No, he got cut. I'm pretty sure he got cut. And then he went to Jacksonville. He was on their
practice squad.
And then he got cut, and then he went to the Raiders. Yep.
Dude, I thought Keelan Doss was a lock to make that roster.
Because they followed him so much, and he was a beast in preseason. So I don't know. But also, here's the thing that's fucked up. I'm hoping Blake Bortles gets re-signed to the Rams, because that'd be, backup quarterbacks get some spotlight there too because of the preseason games. So I mean, I'd much rather see Blake Bortles or maybe Easton Stick.
Hey, no, Easton Stick gonna go.
I like Mike Glennon, Nathan Peterman. You got that combo in Oakland, and now we got Blake Bortles, maybe Easton Stick, some Tyrod Taylor. He's going to bring it back.
Did you see what
the controversy going back? Is it Tyrod? Is it Tyrod? We're going to see what each teammate has to say. They're gonna be reaching for some stuff.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Did you see Akeem Hicks said Kaepernick should have definitely been signed, and then he says we had Mike Glennon.
Yeah. I mean, they gave him a crazy contract. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they drafted Trubisky right after, and I was like,
well, I mean, because that's kind of a lot of teams do that, right? With you get a quarterback who just in case Trubisky's not ready to start, and Trubisky's really not even ready to start this year. Have you seen that whole thing where I forgot who it was? I think it was Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn is now in the Bears. I totally forgot about that. Ted Ginn plays for the Bears now.
Teddy.
Yeah, but they were asking him who's the quarterback, who's starting. Is it going to be Nick Foles or is it going to be Mitch Trubisky? And he goes, Mitch Trubisky is my quarterback. So that's going to be, I mean, that's completely unrelated to Hard Knocks. We're just going off on the tangent about the Bears. I think interesting to see how that works.
I think Mitch Trubisky's underrated. And I think we should end on that note.
Fucking A, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
so,
I don't want to elaborate. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Make sure to check out the Gauntlet. We're bringing back the Muffed Podcast too. I mean, don't be like, hey, Muffed Podcast is gone. Muffed Podcast is definitely here to stay. But the Gauntlet will be there too. We're gonna be supplementing them, and stay tuned. We got some new guests maybe coming up, and yeah.
Yes, sir.
Check us out next week. Yes, sir. Ski, you're gonna say that again? I mean, don't make this a thing. All right, this has been going on way too long. This ending is getting really awkward, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.